Hello Stamper, welcome to French's video. I'm Franz Martin, independent demonstrator with Stampin' Up. And today I'm going to show you a little bit more of the, let me think 2 seconds here, the chalkboard paper. And using it with the chalk box ink, the color box chalk ink. And we're going to be using stencil. Well, we got the one in artisan kit, the little kit there on page, it's in the occasion catalog, but right now it is sold out and we're not sure if we're going to be able to get more. So I'm going to show you, it's this kit here, the artisan embellishment kit. So I don't know if we can get more. At this time they're sold out, so we cannot even order it. But you get a little template like that. I show you a card. Well, one of my team member, Holly, I had give them a challenge to do with the chalkboard paper. And this is what she did. It is absolutely gorgeous. It almost looked like a stained glass, but you look at it, it's something you want to touch. So I done this one here with our stencil on page 205 in the catalog. It's not called stencil. It's called decorative mask. Well, really, it's just like it's a plastic stencil. So you can use some of that, but if you get different stencil too, you could use stencil. So this one, it's the same thing. Then I'm going to put the link right here on top when I show you how to sponge with that. It would be the same thing you would do with white, and then you would do the aquamarine on top of the white after it dry, and then she did the center in the yellow citrus. So we're going to use those color today, but we're going to use, it's called the mask, I call it stencil, but the star one. I done this card that I wish you guys could see it, how cool it is. So we're going to use do something similar to that. It's just that it's kind of tricky a little bit to do on the video, because it take a long time to dry, or the process of it to let dry or emboss it. Right now on this one here, I stamped the Lovely as a 3 in white first, and then I stamped on top of it with the aquamarine chalk ink. I'm going to put the link right here on top for how to do this step. I done the Lotus Blossom. It's the same step than that. So I'm going to put that there. So it's going to give you a different idea too of what to do. We're going to start. We're going to do it a little bit different. This time we're going to do it on this way, on the long way. And we're going to start with Lovely as a 3. And we're going to stamp the 3s. We're going to do like a night scene. So I'm going to stamp this here. You barely see it, but then when it dry, you can see it good. Like I said, we're going to do like a forest night scene. So I'm just adding 3s here and there so it look like a forest. Okay, now this is done. Now that's what I would say. We would have to let it dry, or we will be using our heat emboss tool, and we're going to dry that. If you do like the other one that I did, you want to do the white one first and then come back. You're going to see with the stars, because it's the same thing. It's just I was trying to find a way to do it on camera. I could have pre-done some, but I'm going to show you. It's going to be a little bit messier than if I would let it dry completely, but you're going to have a good clue to see how it works. I think the chalk paper, we forget about it because it's black. And one of the important things that I forgot to tell you, I'm going to tell you in a second here. Let me stop this. It's very noisy. Let me grab another piece of cardstock. Okay. The chalkboard paper, one side it's almost like a rubber, and the other side it's more like a cardboard. So the side that you want, I think you can see the difference. Yeah, you see the difference very well on the camera. So this one here, that's the side you don't want to do it because it's more like just a cardstock. And the rubber side, that's the side you want to stamp on. Okay, so make sure you use the right side. Now we're going to use our mask, and we're going to put that right here. And first thing you want to do is take the Whisper White. We're going to use a sponge dauber. Put your hand, whatever, right there. And we're going to do the stars in the white first. And I see I got some on top of the 3. I'm going to try not to touch the 3 too much. It's kind of tricky to see where the 3s are. So we're going to do it all with the white craft ink first. And you don't have to do every star. You can, you know, choose which one here and there. You don't have, but I thought all of them would be cool. Okay, after you get a good layer of this, now what we're going to do, is lift this up here. Oops. Going to lift this up. Now, you want to take a rag, and you can see it's a rag, right? I'm just using, you can use water, soapy water, but I cannot run at the sink right now. So I just spray, let me think again, some stamping mist to clean your stamps. And I'm going to clean this. And it's important to clean it because you're going to see we're going to do a different step after this. Okay. White crafting take a long time to dry on chalkboard paper. And I mean a long time. Even with the embossing tool, it takes a long time. So it's just patient a little bit, but the result, it's worth the wait. So we're going to dry this here. And for me, it's very tough to, I like to do it and let it dry, and then in a few days come back with the other color. That's how I like to do it, because then I don't have to wait for the process to dry. It's not all the way dry, but it's dry enough that I can put the next coat on now. Okay, now we're going to use the yellow citrus in the chalk box color with a sponge dauber. Now we're going to take this and match this. Well, I got it. Match it the best that you can. Even if it's not just right, it is okay. Now we're going to take our chalk and a different sponge. It's a sponge just for that. And now we're going to add our, I could have added just the chalk without the white. It's just when you put the white first, it make it very dark. I'm going to show you in a minute. It's like the card that Ollie did, and it's like the card that I did with the Lotus Blossom too. I use all the white and the chalk box. I try to think and watch what I'm doing, and I'm not doing a good job at it. Here we go. Okay, I'm going to lift that up. That's the same way. I'm going to clean that the same way than I did with the white. Oh. Voila. Okay, let's dry that a little bit. And when it dries, it's going to get very lighter. Okay, now at least you get the clue how to do this. So now it looked really like a night scene with the trees very dark without the white. I'm going to show you the difference. See, I like this a lot because it looked like a night scene. One thing I'm going to point out on this card here, I did all the bright one here that get the yellow on it. Then I used the white first, and then the citrus, the chalk. And the lighter one, so it looks like we got different star there. The lighter one, I just did the chalk ink. But after it's dry, see, it's not coming off at all. It's just it take a while to dry. So it's called patient, I guess. And most of you know I don't have much of that. I like to boom, boom, get it done. So now I just have to let this dry a little bit more, and then I'm going to be able to finish a card. What I'm going to do on this one here, I'm going to put my greeting in white on top of this. And you know what? I can do it right now. I got, let's look for a wood greeting. Do I have... I want kind of a big one, though. Don't want too small. Well. I cannot... I'm going to look for a greeting and then put a greeting on this. So to see the finished product, just visit my blog at FrenchieStamps.com. And again, for all your product of Stampin' Up product, just visit my blog at FrenchieStamps.com. Thank you so much for your support and have a great day, my friends.